Hello everybody, this is going to be a review of the prototype PanShi. This is not mass production, so I wouldn't exactly call it the PanShi quite yet. It's just a prototype. It's made of cheaper materials because the plastic has a little bit more friction and there's a little more bumps in it. And in fact, I think it was contaminated a little bit. It has some feather-like design bubbles in it on some of the pieces, so that does cause more friction, makes it a little more porous, so lube kind of absorbs into it a little more. Had that experience with some of the Guhong 2s in the past. Okay, instead of taking this cube apart and showing you every piece in here, I have a link down in the description, and you'll find a 51 More Funds page on the PanShi. Now, I know I'm a seller and he's a seller, but I really like his photos a lot more than I would ever make. He goes into great detail, get the exact measurements and the weight and all that stuff. Now, the weight will probably be different, maybe even the size, because this is a little bit larger than average. So yeah, go check out the links spot below. And okay, so I hope you guys have seen the pieces already in the photographs. Now, moving straight into the quality of the turning and the feel I get from the opinion. So, I'm not going to act as if I know everything. I'm just going to give my opinion, okay? So the turning, see, it's kind of hard to do with my tripod. So, it's a little bit large. So that was a sexy move. I'm going to compare this to the Guhong 2. See, it's not all stickered. Notice how they kind of sound the same? Kind of lose my grip. Just takes time getting used to. So, the Guhong and PanShi, I think they're the most similar. I wouldn't compare it to Zanchi. Zanchi is a little more crisp, has a little more click, and it tends to turn much quicker. And I've also compared the PanShi to the Wit U. It kind of sounds like it, feels the same, you know, kind of blockiness. So very similar. So yeah. It's actually the same size as the Wit U, surprisingly. I think the PanShi's like 57.5 millimeters. Might vary when it's mass produced. So other than that, it has a very smooth rotation. And I anticipate it to be much better when it's mass produced because the plastic should be much better. And Dayan has been more strict with the production, using the most pure materials as possible. That way we don't get any more errors like some of the other cubes. So okay, so moving into the corner cutting, I'm going to do a regular 45. See, let's do the green. Do 45. Now the caps come off. I knew it was going to happen right away. So yeah, the caps come off. Hopefully it doesn't happen with the mass production. So yeah, 45. Cuts pretty easy. Even past 45. Oh, that went the other way. Now I first got it when it was first assembled. I had to unassemble it and lube the core because it was nasty dry. I mean, it was like cotton mouth dry. No water for like a few days. So I reassembled it, made it much tighter, and it does not pop. So only thing that pops are the caps, and I'll go into explaining that later. So even the littlest corner cutting is really easy. Even the little, that's a big corner cut right there. Reverse one. Let's do a little bit. So you don't even notice. Have to be a little bit forceful. See, the only thing that pops out are the caps. So I guess I'll just show the reason why they probably pop off. Is this the right cube? Yeah, it is. Okay. So here we got the Guhong piece, Guhong cap. It has this little tongue on there. You can see it. Whoa, too close. Come on. So it has that tongue on there. Even has the little ridges on the sides to help keep it in. So that way it has more bending room with the centerpiece. And you got this one. It's very generic. So hopefully mass production will be a pretty big improvement. That way it doesn't pop out. That way we don't have to find other methods to keep them in. So yeah, center caps pop out, obviously. So it cuts it very well. let's do like an M cut or something. Is that good enough? Let's see, hold on. So that's pretty good. Even 45? I don't think so. That's a weird cut. Let's do that one. Yeah, it was pretty good. Do something freaky. Yeah. So it cuts really well. It cuts just about like, you know, like Zhanchi and Guhong. It might make a louder noise, so that's the thing. To get it to not pop, it has to be really tight. Those of you who have pre-ordered DIY, I recommend watching the assembly tutorial that I'm going to put out in the future when the PanShis get here, because I had a difficult time myself. And now I've assembled so many cubes, probably about like 2,000, and this thing is the most difficult so far. I think it's because the torpedoes inside, there's not very much room for those, and I'm not really sure if it's really required for this cube, because the core radius is pretty small, so makes it pretty unpoppable, I guess. But anyways, I've promised to forward this PanShi to Camp Cuber of Speed Cube Shop. That way he can do video or sell it to one of you guys or do contests, whatever. So I promise to share with him. So I don't really mind if I don't keep it, because I'm gonna have hundreds of them soon. And before this video ends, I was gonna show you guys some of the stickers. These are ISO stickers, or Izo, whatever you call me. I don't really care. So they fit pretty well. And what I did here is I have the corners in the center. They are from the Zhanchi 55 fit. They can fit on the 57 too. But have the edge pieces. They come from the Wit U or Wit Long, so they look really nice. I think Camille Shepard, or the algorithmist, really likes the Wit U cut, so they look pretty nice. It was pretty easy making stickers. So if you still pre-order the PanShi, you can get these stickers for free with it. That will last up until the day before the PanShis arrive, because I need to get ready for all that stuff. So just letting you guys know. Yeah, I guess that's it. I kind of rambled on. So, thank you for watching.